everyone, it's Felicia Johnson here. Welcome back to my educational series. So I am a woman who wears many hats, okay? But the one that I'm most proud of is medical parent, medical mom to my sweet daughter who has Pfeiffer syndrome. You can look this up here and watch a video to learn about Pfeiffer syndrome. But if you are part of my community, you know I love to educate others. We are here to bring awareness of Pfeiffer syndrome, but as well as to be able to support other medical parents, other medical children, and to learn something new, okay? I get a lot of questions about how I interact with my daughter, and I want to tell you more. So if you haven't watched the video I did on Will Callie Ever Speak, Ever Talk, Get Her Trach Out, watch it here, because this is kind of piggybacking off of that one. This is the next step, okay? So we know that there is a whole process to get her trach out. But before that, a lot of kids actually talk with their trach in. It is possible. And my daughter has made some big strides to be able to get to a point where she can vocalize. But I get a question is like, how do you interact with her? How do you understand her needs? And so this is all about how to interact with a nonverbal child. There are so many ways that she expresses herself, her emotions, her feelings to me. And first, it really takes the parent, the individual, to be aware of their body and to be very present and to really take in all the little details about your child and that individual. But first, it starts with that individual being very observant, okay? You have to read body language. You have to know your child and know that person and to know when something's off. So it's made me as a parent have to be very aware of who she is and to know when something's just not right. But also for her, she has a couple ways that she communicates with us. One is simply physical aspect of moving you somewhere. So she is cognitively there. She understands commands, requests, and she's at a stage right now where her brain is growing and is processing so many things, but she doesn't have a way to get that information out and say it to us vocally. So there are some frustrations there. So what she's really leaned on is like physical movement, okay? So what does that mean? She will take your hand and bring you to what she wants. She does it a lot of times where if it's a toy she can't reach, she will grab us and move us there. If it's a toy that's not on, she wants it on, she will take us and point to it. And so really it's about knowing her, and that's her first step to communicating with us is physical movement, okay? Another way she communicates with us is sign. So ASL, she is getting to a point where she understands sign, and she's got about, I would say about 10 signs that she uses really often, okay? So we've got poop, we've got potty, bed or sleep. She's got her sign for her name, Callie. We also know all done. And some of these signs we have adapted to fit what she can do. So this is her sign for ready. She can sign baby. She can sign music, dance, play, mommy, daddy. I want more is a big one. And one that we've been working on is help. And so this is how you sign help, and this is her version. She does it this way. And so again, being observant, knowing that how she processes the sign and how she makes it her own, we allow that to happen in our household because that's her way of communicating with us. So some signs that we want her to learn, and her favorite, school. She loves that. Walk. Oh my gosh, I have to count these up. Socks, shoes. I think we might have hit them all. What we're trying to do now is teach her more signs that allow her to share what she needs and wants that relate to school and bring that together, but also trying to do 2 to 3 sign commands, make a sentence out of it. So Callie wants more food. So how can we, string those together? Callie ready for bed. So those are some of the things that we're working on with her to help her really put together a sentence. And we will lean on sign, we will lean on physical movement. The other thing we do that I've talked about before is her AAC. And so that's where she can press different buttons on her iPad, and it's a whole system already put together that she received from school that allows her to see pictures of images like a school bus, her friends, our faces. She'll press it, it will say mom, and then we'll know that she's talking to me. We'll try to ask her questions, work on different school activities like shape recognition or color recognition by using different pages. And so that is probably like third or fourth on the ways that she communicates with us. And then the other one is really body language and knowing her. Someone asked me, how do you know when she's sad? You know, she's someone who wears her emotions on her sleeves, on her face. So when she's sad, she's not smiling a lot. She's probably not moving much. She is not engaging or interacting with us. And so we look at that and like, okay, something's off. Or how do we know when she's sick? Usually means we have to suction her a lot more. She doesn't really want to get out of bed. She doesn't want to walk. We also have an oximeter where we get her vitals so we can see her heart rate's really high. Maybe she's in pain. Her oxygen level, what does that look like? And so those are different things that we do to see if she's not feeling well. You know, has she had a bowel movement recently? Has she wanted to engage with the toys that she usually likes? And so just like you with your kid, you can read them and know when they're off just by body language, just by the things they do and don't do. And so I want you guys to know that although she's nonverbal, there are so many ways that you can communicate with her or with other people who are nonverbal that doesn't have to be spoken word. Although we still speak to her while we do all the other things, whether it be sign or whether she's physically moving us somewhere, but we have our own way of talking to each other. She also uses her eye. So I might say, Callie, what do you want? And she will look at the item that she wants. And so I honor that. I honor that she is telling me what she wants. And so I'll grab that book or that toy and she'll smile like, yeah, and she'll walk off. I'm like, okay, that's what she wanted. Or she will throw it and say, nope, that's not it. And nope, that's not it. And so a lot of it's trial and error. We're trying to just figure things out as we go. And sometimes we get things right, sometimes we get them wrong, but we are trying, the effort's there, and we're continuing to explore these new ways of communication and bonding with her. I really do feel like the more that we lean on all these different ways to communicate with her, the more she feels connected with us. How does she express to you that she's happy, that she's feeling loved? Oh, you will know. So my girl loves to move and dance. And so I tell others, like, find that activity that they love to do, because when she is dancing, she has the biggest smile, she's laughing, that's how you know she is happy. When she's feeling loved and wants to show me love, she usually is a physical person, physical touch. So she's gonna roll all over me. She's gonna try to get on my back. She's gonna give me hugs and kisses, rub my face, but her biggest one is like rolling around my legs. So if I get on the floor, oh, it's her way of bonding with me, and she's just going to want to be on my lap and be on me. And that's her way of saying I love you. She also does know the sign, I love you. So we should be doing like a tally count right now. How many signs have I said so far that she can do? And so that's like a key for us, is that for so long we knew that, you know, she couldn't hear, she couldn't use her voice. Oh my gosh, she knows voice too. That's her sign for voice. This is her sign for suction. The list is going, it's getting longer and longer. But for so long, she couldn't use her voice. She couldn't listen to us because she didn't have her Baha on, another sign she knows. So we had to create this loving environment. We had to use facial expressions. You know, she could feel energy. And so we're smiling, we're exuding love, we're hugging her, and we're leaning in on those senses that she does have. And so that's what she leans into, is the physical touch, because that's what she only had for so long. She didn't have her hearing aid until she was about 7 months old, you know? And so all she had was her sight and physical touch. And so what we do is create a loving environment to make sure she feels loved and feels connected with us. but there are so many different ways that you can connect with a nonverbal child, whether it be these different ways of communication, whether it be simply getting on their level and playing with them, you know, showing and interacting with them of that you're there for them, that you love them, that you're willing to play and get to their level. I think that's just the key part, is that she knows that yes, we're her parents and adults, but at the same place, we want to let her know that we can come down on the floor and play with her and be like any other kid that she wants to play with. So those are all the different ways that she communicates with us, the different ways we connect with her. I also feel like showing her the world and allowing her to be in different environments and see other peers and how they communicate is really key for her to start to absorb and pick up new skills, pick up new signs, is by repetition, seeing them over and being exposed to a new world. For those who are asking how you communicate with a nonverbal child, these are just some of the ways. I'd love for you to drop a few comments below and tell me what are other ways that you feel like you can connect and communicate with a child who's nonverbal and be able to be a safe space for them. Okay, I'll be back with some more questions, but again, drop any new ones below.